Hi, my name is Mary and you are welcome to the Mindful Insights. Once again, I'm here to remind you that my channel talks about the awareness of mental health issues in today's society, along with ways that we can tackle these issues to have a good mental health in our everyday lives. Now, before I begin, I'd like you all to please subscribe to my channel. It's not been nice to hold all this information to yourselves, so I'd urge you all to please share with your friends and family. So for today's episode, we're going to talk about social anxiety disorder. This is a disorder that basically deals with the constant fear of being involved in social interactions, and people usually avoid these social interactions because they don't want to be judged or ridiculed or criticized by people. And this illness can be found in teenagers and adults especially. Now, just like every other mental illness in today's society, there has to be a cause, because it just doesn't come from nowhere. There has to be a cause, there has to be a standing point for all this. So the first cause is that people can actually inherit this disorder from a family member. It is a possibility, although a very rare occurrence, but still very, very possible to get this from a family member that also has the disorder. Now, the second cause can be that you may have been exposed to certain environments and situations in that environment. So let's say now that something bad happened to you in the past. So because of that experience, you try your possible best to avoid that situation from happening again, which is why we have people like people pleasers that will try their very best to make everybody like them because of what had happened in the past, of someone maybe disagreeing with them or maybe being like ridiculed by them because of their opinions. So because of that, they want to get everyone's opinion about them in general in a positive light. There are symptoms that are actually tied to social anxiety disorder. These symptoms can come in physical forms or even behavioral or emotional forms. So the physical forms can be that you may get really sweaty in your palms, you may have trouble breathing, you will be dizzy, you have a bit of nausea, and so on and so forth. And when it now comes to the behavioral or emotional aspects, it's the constant fear of being ridiculed by people. You wouldn't even want to interact with people, you wouldn't even want to talk to people because you may feel that their opinion or their statements about you can hurt. So which is why you just avoid eye contact. You would even avoid holding them. You would even avoid being with them. You would even avoid being the center of attention. You'd rather just focus on another thing than let people focus on you. You don't even like being the star of the show. So these are some of the behavioral or emotional aspects to it. So now the bad thing about having this disorder is that it can really tarnish your self-esteem and your self-worth. There are many cases where people don't even believe in themselves because of what people have said about them. Or there are even people that don't even know that they have this kind of skills. They would rather just base their worth on what people say about them, be it in a negative or positive light. And these people can't even have an open mind of being criticized, because some of these criticisms can really help them improve their skills and their person. But due to the past experiences, people don't usually have that mindset to actually be talked to in order for them to improve. And we have cases whereby people just don't even want to move forward with what they want because they're so afraid that whatever they do, they'll get talked at by others. So all these things can really affect them in their everyday lives. There are a few remedies that can be recommended for people that deal with this disorder in their lives. Whereas one can keep a journal. This journal will actually keep track of the things that trigger them at the moment, the reasons why they were triggered in the first place. This would really help to decipher and pinpoint the issues that made them even anxious in the first place. The second remedy can be that you should seek help early. The earlier the better. That is what that statement entails. If you actually do get help early, you'll be able to decipher the root issue of your anxiety so that you'll be able to tackle it and deal with it in the most manageable way possible. There are other things that could be recommended, such as breathing exercises, where you could breathe in, count from 5 to 1, and breathe out. You can even join other social groups that also feel the same way you feel, so that you wouldn't be alone. In the end, all I could say is that you just have to start with the little things. You can start with the things that bother you in slightest, and then go with the main things. It's not an easy journey, but it's something that you have to do to actually improve your everyday activities while dealing with the social anxiety disorder. So that's it for today's episode. My name is Mary and welcome to the Mindful Insights once again. So I'd like to say thank you all for having your time with me. So I'll see you next episode. Bye.